France hosted neighbours Belgium in a friendly in Paris on Sunday. The visiting Red Devils were looking to back up their status as the world's second-ranked side and struck first through Marouane Fellaini. The Manchester United midfielder added a second before the break, with Raja Nainggolan making it 3-0 on 50 minutes. Mathieu Valbuena and Eden Hazard netted penalties for either side before Nabil Fekir smashed home to bring France back to within two. Dimitri Payet's injury-time goal making the final score 4-3 for Belgium. Personal performances could have been better for us, but we were facing a team with great qualities and skills. I'm not saying Belgium only brandish physical skills. They've got great players who play for great clubs in great competitions. And they're not ranked second in the world by chance, and this match showed it. The crowds flocked to the streets of the Catalan capital Barcelona on Sunday to pay homage to their side, who completed the treble on Saturday night after beating Juventus 3-1 in the Champions League final in Berlin. Luis Enrique's side, already crowned Spanish champions, lifted the Copa del Rey after beating Bilbao in the final. Barcelona are the 5th team to win the European Cup 5 times, joining the likes of Real Madrid, Liverpool, Bayern Munich and AC Milan. Stan Wawrinka of Switzerland upset the form book on Sunday as he stunned Novak Djokovic to win the men's singles title at Roland Garros. The top-ranked Djokovic had a torrid time against Wawrinka in Paris, who added the French Open title to his Australian Open title he won last year. It finished 4-6, 6-4, 6-3, 6-4. Well, it's amazing, yeah, for sure. I still have problems trying to realise that I've actually won the French Open, because it's always the same after winning a major title. You're a little bit lost in your mind, and it's a great feeling, but at the same time you need to realise what you've achieved. I'm proud of winning today against Novak. I mean, he's such a tough player to play, especially in a final, and I have a lot of respect for him and his team. Bradley Wiggins has broken the iconic hour record, becoming the 5th man in 8 months to do so since the UCI changed the rules. In tricky conditions at the Lee Valley Velo Park in London, the 35-year-old, who became the first Brit to win the Tour de France 3 years ago, was hoping to put the UCI record out of reach. Fellow countryman Alex Dowsett broke the record last month in Manchester, setting a mark of just under 53 kilometres. But Wiggins, who's won a joint British record 7 Olympic medals, showed his prowess on the track as he posted 54.526 kilometres, despite unsurprisingly dropping off slightly in the last 10 minutes.
I'm just glad it's done. You know, I said this, that's the closest I'll ever come to knowing what it's like to have a baby. It's just torturous, you know. You're constantly looking at the clock, counting down the minutes, and I'm just really relieved that it's done now, because it's been such a long build-up since Paris-Roubaix, and my wife and children know more about air pressure now than anyone, and it's like I say, I'm just glad it's over now. When you're out there, you never think it's going to come to an end.
Despite the support of 5,500 spectators, the former Team Skyman couldn't put the record out of reach, with maybe a second attempt in more favourable weather a possibility. Peter Kenner defied the sprinters to take victory on the opening stage of the Critérium du Dauphiné. The first stage of 8 took the peloton on a 132-kilometre run from Eugene to Albertville, site of the 1992 Winter Olympics. Defending Tour de France champion Vincenzo Nibali and 2013 winner Chris Froome are both taking part in the race. But Sunday belonged to Froome's Sky teammate Kenner. The Manx rider launched an attack from a lead group inside the final 3 kilometres and held off the speeding peloton down the final stretch. The British national champion finished ahead of pre-stage favourites Sasha Modolo and Nasser Bouhanni, who crossed the line 2nd and 3rd. Kenner also gained a time bonus and will swap his red, white and blue jersey for the leader's yellow one on Monday, with a 6-second lead to defend.
Every single rider wants to be at the front, and all the big GC contenders, they're always worried about losing time, so it makes for a really hard race because everyone wants to be at the front all the time. Makes the climbs very hard and leaves the race open and exciting for finishes like that. I didn't expect to win, but over the moon.
Monday's second stage of this Tour de France warm-up will see the pack cycle 173k from Le Bourget du Lac to Villars-les-Dombes. Now Formula One, and Lewis Hamilton banished the ghosts of his Monaco disaster to win the Canadian Grand Prix from teammate and title rival Nico Rosberg. Sunday's race bucked the trend of recent exciting Grand Prix in Montreal, with Hamilton controlling from start to finish to beat Rosberg by 2.2 seconds. The British driver now leads Rosberg by 17 points in the drivers' standings. Ivan Muller gave us hopes of a fifth World Touring Car Championship title a massive boost by winning race one of the Race of Russia at the Moscow Raceway. The Frenchman trailed defending champion and championship leader Jose Maria Lopez of Argentina by 50 points going into the day, but made great use of starting in pole position. Muller led from start to finish on Sunday, holding off Citroën teammate Lopez to win by nearly 3 seconds, with Italian Gabriele Tarquini in third for Honda. The second race saw Thiago Monteiro make the most of his pole position on the reverse grid to take the 6th race win of his career. He held off a stunning charge from Robert Huff to give Honda just their 2nd win of the season.